Hi guys. Happy Friday. Honey, I am loving my hats, my Stetsons, because it's summertime and I don't have my braids, so the hair gets poofy. And I got it done. No, last week. So I have to get it done this upcoming week every 2 weeks. So I have to go back to getting braids. But anyway, I still look cute. Happy Friday, everybody. I see my panel. I'm about to bring them up. Um, Let me know if you guys can hear me loud and clear. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. We're not going to be up here long. A good, strong hour. So let's see if we can get it all in to talk about Fat Joe, Whoopi, Diddy, and a little bit of Black Boy Joy. Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good, and yourself?
Good. So
All
introduce
right.
yourself again to the panel. You have a brighter light?
Let's see. No, is that not good? I can
I mean, we can
switch
see
it.
you. I can see you. I'm just thought it'd be a little bit brighter.
Oh, I can switch it out though. So,
But to make
or
it brighter?
readjust it.
Yeah, try to readjust and see what happens.
Okay.
All right, let me bring in
Let's see.
Michael, honey, the tether. You
The tether.
look cute. I don't really like the dress, but you look cute.
I mean, my mom made a handsome man, you know. My
Oh my god.
good genes, you know, Jamaican in me,
I
you
knew he
feel
was
me?
gonna say that. I knew he was gonna say that.
Nah, what's going on though, man?
Nice to finally meet you in virtual person. So listen, this is Michael. He's from X. He's always on the X space. And I'm glad you were able to come on. We're gonna have fun. Now I did invite Men's. I don't know where he's at. He did have a new baby though, so his family is expanding. So he, I don't know if he's gonna pop in. I invited Peter, so hopefully Peter pops in as well.
My boy Pete.
Yeah, but this is Sway Me is here. So that was Sway Me. And so we're gonna have fun. So thank you for coming on, Michael. Introduce yourself to my audience.
Okay, is that better?
It's a little bit better, yeah. But the first time you came on, wherever you were at in the house, it was bright and perfect. So I can
Oh.
tell you in a different room.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But it's good though. It's good.
Oh,
How you
Mike,
doing, Swimmy?
I'm good.
this is
Oh,
Mike. This is King Mike from the X.
oh, okay. Oh, okay. Understood. Understood.
So introduce yourself, Mike, to the audience.
How y'all doing? It's King Michael here, man. You can follow me on X at Michael Ali, Michael underscore Ali one. Uh, I'm a Jamaican, also American, and I think different than everybody, but you'll see in the chat.
First of all, hold on. Okay, Dana, these cowboy girl hats, enough. No, I'm never, no. First of all, this is Stetson. You can never get enough of Stetson. Matter of fact, I need to buy 2 more because I'm behind in my collection. So, no, this is my thing. So,
Hmm.
all right. So let's get into it because I don't want to be up here no more than an hour. And I know, Sweeney, you have to leave shortly because you have an X space, which I'm a hop on too, and you should hop on to Michael when we're finished here. So I want to start off with Whoopi, right? Because I don't really watch The View, but it's always clips going viral of something, silly that they were saying. And is this it? No, this isn't the one. This is the one. So where Whoopi Goldberg was comparing um Black Americans. Here we go. Comparing Black Americans to Iranian. I'll put it like this. Yeah. So I want to play this clip and then get y'all guys' reaction. All right. So she's saying that Black people have it hard here in America than the Iranians. So what say you guys? Who want to go first?
Well, I mean, we have, and we're still going through some things. So, I mean, until I feel like even right now, we see some things that are happening within our communities, right? So, always focusing on outside of the US instead of us focusing on Americans and making it a good place for Americans first. I'm all in alignment for that. This Then that we have to take care of the rest of the world, why our communities are destroyed because the rest of the world is coming here.
Do you have
Like,
music in the background?
the what? Oh, my phone. Sorry. Yeah. So, but yeah, I think that it is still ongoing. But I'm shocked that Whoopi took that perspective, though, that position, because you don't hear them speak out right now with anything that's happening. So, I was very shocked that she was taking that type of position. So, yeah.
Michael?
Mm, I I disagree with Black people have it harder in America than Iran. Like, let's be real. America is the greatest country. It's the greatest country on the planet at this moment. You know what I'm saying? So no, I disagree with that part. But what I will agree with a little bit from what I'm taking it in my own terms of what she's trying to say. Is she trying to say that Black Americans are a second class citizen of America? If we are. We second class citizens. If you really think about it, are Iranians, are they first class citizens in their country? They are. So
Yeah, I would
yeah,
say, yeah, because that's cultural to where the woman is beneath the man. Here, the difference is, and I think this is the point Whoopi was trying to make, is we've had public policies to, you know, degenerate us, make us second class. And but when she said we just got the right to vote in 1965, that's not true. We could always vote it. It's just that depending on what state or what county and what city, they made it harder, or you had to pay a voting tax, right? But
mhm,
because you were Black, you had all of these, barriers, as opposed to Iran. They didn't have that. They just said, listen, if you're a woman, these are your rules and regulations because you are a woman. That's more religious, to where this is more social discrimination. But yeah, so I don't think she should have. And first of all, the New York Post posted it, and then they also had reactions to Iranians, basically totally saying, "Whoopi, get the hell up out of here! You can't compare the
right.
two." So yeah, I think and everything with her and Sonny is this black, 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 and it's like that wasn't a good example or comparison. It's
They're out of touch. So why are they speaking as if they're in touch with the community? You know what I mean? So that's why I was like, why she's taking this position. I'm really shocked at that. And I think for us, that understand the social engineering, because we've seen it, and I can say I've seen it in my 54 years of life. So I know that there are certain things that have happened to my community, um, via the laws and legislation in this country, right? Jim Crow, black codes, um, And then also, and just even like with affirmative action, there's a senator from Michigan, and she's explaining how she's making sure she amended to include others, because she didn't want Negro women to have certain things. So, there's a difference. That's cultural and their religion, whereas here it is social engineering and purposefully and intentionally done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's another clip that I want to play here as well. Let me bring this back up here. Thoughts on that? Like, should the U.S. get involved? Is Iran? Everybody is still talking about Iran and Israel. And I do have my own personal views. I think Netanyahu, is a demon. I really do. I think he's the devil and reincarnated. So, okay, Indy, are you joining a panel or are you just in here watching? Like, I don't understand. So, what are y'all guys' thoughts on that, on the Israel, Iran, and the U.S. involvement?
Well, I feel like Netanyahu is taking advantage of the United States. Like, when you have like a little cousin and you the bigger brother, and he knows he knows you know how to fight real well. You're gonna back him up. So this guy Netanyahu with Israel, what he's doing is he knows the United States is gonna back him in whatever he does, especially against a country like Iran, who we already had previous problems with. My whole thing is like, this guy doesn't know that he got World War III in the palm of his hands. He got World War III in the palm of his hands. At any given moment, somebody could let off a nuke, and the whole world could just come to throwing blows and throwing nukes at each other. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, I'm not ready to fight no World War III for Israel. That's not an American problem. That's not that's not our problem. You know what I'm saying? We got enough problems going on in this country. We got riots everywhere. We got we still got people homeless. What are we doing going all the way to Israel to go fight because the president of Israel decided to bomb Iran? I would see if Iran bombed Israel first. That'll be different. But for us to have to go and fight Iran because the Israeli president decided to bomb those people, and he honestly bombed Gaza, all them little innocent kids. He obviously doesn't care. What are we doing here? Like, I'm not ready to fight no war for no Israel for Israel. That's
How old
not an American problem.
how old are you?
I'm 32.
Okay, you could still be drafted.
I think it stopped at 26. But if honestly, honestly, if I was to get drafted, I'm taking the Muhammad Ali stance.
Yeah, and
You
then
know
you
what
gonna
I'm
get locked up, but yeah.
saying?
Real quick, Indy, I messaged you the link, Indy, in your X message. So click the link and I'll add you on the panel. So I messaged you the link. Consuelo, sweet, well, I'm gonna call you Sweet Me. Um, did you want to mention anything, or you went off camera? I just had to deal with something. So just click the link, Indy. I messaged it to you. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. Um, yeah, I don't if why okay, so here's the thing. Tulsi Gabbard said they don't have a nuclear weapon and she is in charge. That is her job, right? To investigate these things. And she said it 2 months ago. But Netanyahu's saying F you, F her, I'm not listening to you. I'm gonna do what I want to do. And I'm
Hmm.
just gonna start bombing them because I think they have a nuclear weapon or they're trying to get it. So I'm gonna make sure that they never get it. He's starting wars everywhere. And of course, America asked to back Israel, but we're paying for it. Hold on for a second.
Right. Our taxes.
Yeah, our taxes is paying for it.
Hmm.
So and I really do believe there's a genocide that happened in Gaza and continue to happen. So, it's a big problem. And yet Netanyahu, he actually over 20 years ago, after 9/11 happened, he spoke to Congress, and he even said that, well, Iraq has mass weapons of destruction, and that's why one of the reasons why we invaded Iraq is because he claimed that Saddam Hussein had mass weapons of destruction, and come to find out, it was all a lie. So I don't believe nothing this man says.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, how long we been fighting with like the Middle East, and they've been saying they had weapons of mass destruction, like you're saying. It's been like 20, 25, 24 years since 9/11, 2001. No weapons of mass destruction have been found yet. You
Right.
know, like, so what are we doing? Are we going over there as Americans, just killing them and just taking over their government? I don't understand.
It's profitable for defense corporations. They become multimillionaires, billionaires, but other than that, yeah, it's not a war for freedom or justice. Did you want to say something, Consuelo, before I go into the next?
Yes, I did. So I do believe that at this point in time, yeah, it's correct. He cannot just make a unilateral decision, right? It has to go through Congress. And right now, the majority of the people of the U.S. are not in favor of any type of war. And then they want to hold this administration to Americans first. If Americans are not interested in going and fighting this is not our issue, and we should not be drug into it because of Netanyahu. We don't owe him any loyalty to what's going on. And I want to say, I think even Biden's administration lifted some sanctions against Iran and gave them monies as well. So 2 administrations lifted sanctions and gave them monies. I'll look for that. I want to say the Biden administration did that.
So Jay-Z says they have confirmed there is nuclear weapons. Okay, of course they have to tell you they confirmed it, because you need a reason to do what you're doing. Has administration, the United States, Israel, Netanyahu, the Bush administration, have administrations lied to the American public? Yes. That whole 9/11 on how it happened, terrorists or whatever. No, that was so intentional by our own government. He knew that was going to happen, George Bush. He knew it was going to happen. So just because they quote unquote so-called confirm, that doesn't make it a fact. They lie. Because they know if we go to war, I'm going to benefit at the end of it. So just because they say it doesn't mean it's true, because they lied before in the past. So, and all of a sudden, when that woman, when Tulsi Gabbard, she said they did not have a nuclear weapon. She said that. I don't care what the whole context. At the end of the day, she said they didn't have it. Now Netanyahu's saying they do have it. So who's telling the truth? That's what I'm saying. Oh, here go Indy. Hi, Indy.
What's happening?
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
All right. So Indy is from X as well. All right. So I want to bring this up, right? Moving on to the next topic. Somebody in the chat was like, y'all need to do y'all research, honey. Okay, so if we don't know it, put your research in the chat, honey. Put your information in the chat. Because everybody want to act like they are Iranian, Israeli experts.
I'm not. Definitely not.
But we don't know exactly what's going on and why. We really don't know. Everybody's speculating. Everybody on X is speculating. Let's not play that game. I want to go into this, right? I saw this and I thought this was, somebody put something in the chat. I thought this was, I thought it was kind of weak, but I don't want to say that. So it's a group of New York City college students is going viral for spreading Black boy joy.
10 college friends from New York City have the internet going crazy with videos like these. From trying Pilates to SoulCycle to puppy yoga. The concept is simple.
It's like Black Boy Joy. We're basically doing things that like people wouldn't expect us to do. It all started off with getting matcha.
23-year-old Kadeem Tiam is the founder of OSB, which stands for One Strong Brotherhood.
Right now, we got a movement.
We're talking hundreds of thousands of supporters online in less than 2 months. And that matcha video? It's been seen by over 15 million people on TikTok alone. But then came the haters.
They were saying like, oh, why are men this happy to try matcha? Oh, men should be in war.
Instead of listening to the negative comments, Kadeem and OSB used them as motivation.
So I was like, oh, y'all don't want to see us try matcha, so we're gonna start trying many other things. Together, they've conquered a wide range of adventures, from trampoline workouts to dance classes, even a spa day. Their infectious energy mixed with a signature sound eventually turned criticism into compliments. People like was beginning to see the genuineness and like joy in us trying different things.
How did you actually start making content?
Well, I started making content, I say like a decade ago. Wow. Like on YouTube, I used to post like little funny skits with my older brother. So like I was always into the content scene.
Everything changed when Kadeem transferred to Manhattan's Hunter College in 2023. That's where he met his crew.
It's been like a brotherhood ever since. We're always doing like side quests when we're at school.
The next side quest?
What we doing today?
Cook it wet, man. Cook it wet, man. Cook it wet, man.
A West African cooking class in Soho, and I tagged along. On the menu is a dish called nem, a meat and spice-filled fritter similar to a spring roll from the country of Mali.
What are you expecting today to be like?
Well, one, I'm not a great cook.
After mixing, rolling, and frying,
Real quick, them Nims, honey, they're fire. Because I had a Nims at this Senegalese restaurant. They're so delicious.
Hold on, Dana. Hold on, Dana. Remember, I was talking about somebody was talking about the tethers and stuff like that, but and I was talking about Mexican food and other foods that we don't need to kick these people out the country. I know you did not say you like. No, I'm just joking. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm saying though.
Wait, the Senegalese restaurant is in downtown Raleigh. It's in the black area where that historical black college is at. I forgot the name of it.
Shaw University or
That's Shaw downtown Raleigh.
St. Aug Shaw. Yeah.
Yeah, it's right.
Mhm.
It's like in that area. It's Senegalese restaurant. Oh, it's so good. But all right, so I think we have like another minute. It's another minute. Let me just play this out.
more shout outs. The nem was complete, and so was the next OSB masterpiece.
Why do you feel like the world needs to see more Black Boy Joy?
There's a lot of, negative stereotypes and connotations when it comes to, seeing young black men. We deserve our credit and our place in society to be considered normal, joyful people.
And even though it's been less than 2 months, Kadeem told me him and his team are already securing 5-figure brand deals, working with the likes of DoorDash, among others. And they don't want to keep this just local to New York. They have plans to make this go global. He even threw out Japan. And I also asked him how his family feels about it. He mentioned how he's a child of immigrants, and he told me they're his biggest fans.
Oh,
Gotti?
there we go.
So these is immigrants right here.
There you have it. There you have it.
That's the biggest letdown right there, though. You know
Why is that the biggest letdown?
I don't support none of that. You know what I'm saying? God made it a certain way. You know what I'm saying? I take the Donald Trump stance on that. You know?
What's wrong with the black joy?
The black joy, I mean,
black boy joy. Like, I think it's a different, refreshing type of content to see young black boys, young men, black men enjoying life and being happy, doing different things.
Well,
Nope.
as long as it don't get too skittily and rainbowish, I'm okay, I guess. I mean, it ain't gonna change nothing for me.
It ain't gonna change nothing for nobody, but I just don't, you know, no man should be happy all the time. You know what I'm saying? No real man should never be happy all the time.
Why not?
Us men, we get
I think
mad. You know what I'm saying?
that's
We men. What
yeah,
you
but
mean? Why not?
I think that's part of our issue when it comes to black men and mental health and depression and being we ain't got nobody to talk to. So we need to be happy. We don't need to be having
I
nobody
mean,
needing nobody to talk to. Why can't we be happy too? I
I
mean,
mean, yeah, we
happiness is
should.
the key to life. Like
Yeah,
I'd rather have happiness than riches. Well, no,
yeah.
let me start lying.
I feel you
Um,
on that. I feel you on that. But I'm just saying though, man.
hey,
Like this, you know what I'm saying? All that. A man should be
well,
a certain type of way, man. God made it a certain type of way, man. I don't think that's godly to be acting like that.
But,
Honestly,
but
you
I
know.
mean, what's wrong with
You know what I'm
happy?
saying?
Happiness can be defined in so many different ways. It's just not like I don't know if you're looking at happy as I don't know how happy could be a negative thing, right, for people. When you're happy, it could be just you have balance in your life and you can just do certain things without having some anxiety. You know what I mean? Behind all of that. When you're taking care of a family and you're the protector and provider, there comes a lot of stress, right, behind all of that. So you got to have some happiness and some type of balance in your life. So I agree with Indy on that. Nothing wrong with being happy and enjoying your life,
Yeah,
especially you got blessings and you're able to do that. So,
yeah. I mean, I agree. I agree to that point too. But you know, what makes me happy is taking care of my family. So you know, we all share our happiness differently. You get what I'm saying? But I mean, to each his own. They can do what they want. They can do the things they do how they do it. You know, it doesn't affect me like Indy said, but you know, it's just not something
yeah, I think it was
that I
kind of
prefer
like
to do.
they I guess some young guys they got together, and just doing some different things and I
So
guess
here's the thing.
creating some different positive narratives. And if they making money behind it,
Right.
you
That's
know,
yeah. So here's the thing.
hey,
When I first watched it, I said this is too weak. They need to be, you know,
Right. You get what I'm
doing
saying?
something
Right.
doing something that's like more hardcore or focus on, getting a family, having kids. But then I thought about it. They're young and you don't see enough young black men, young males enjoying life and having positive content, right? Because social media is saturated either with sex or thug life or whatever, whatever.
hmm and
Um,
you know what, Dana, I think it's actually a good counter narrative to the YN thing that's out here. So everybody gonna feel whatever way they feel about it, but we
Yeah.
definitely gonna need the YNs when Iran comes stomping down. So
what's
I'm
Facts.
YNs?
Facts.
I'm gonna call the YNs. I ain't gonna call them dudes that you just seen on the video that you just played. Okay,
What's
So
YN?
the young niggas that's
Oh,
so
out
you
here
send
with
you
them
sending them to the
switches
draft?
and yeah, them.
They need to get drafted, right?
No, they need to be home for defense of the neighborhood. Okay,
You
so
want the YNs to defend the neighborhood, bro? God damn.
absolutely.
So if they can defend the
Cause they
neighborhood, why they can't defend the country
because
then?
they give zero FUCKs. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. They the perfect people
And
for the army. Then if you want to be a YN out here just
no, we need them in
doing
the
YN
army.
stuff and just
Yep.
I don't
No, we need them in our army to defend our neighborhoods. Like we were having a conversation about that on one of Dana's Twitter spaces, and a guy had brought up, he was like, well, why the churches in your community don't support you when people go to jail, or why you don't have people to stand up for your community and do this or do that. So that's what I'm talking about.
mhm.
They could be the first line of defense because they be out here not caring and not scared to die with the way they act. So we gonna put them on the front lines
in the neighborhood
before
stuff.
before me and you got to come out. Absolutely.
Nah, they need to be they need to be in the army. You want to be out here
Mm.
killing people for no reason? That's trifling to me. If you killing somebody for no reason and you doing all this stuff for no reason, that's trifling to me. You go take your talents to the army.
Yeah,
That's what I feel about the YNs. You know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
yeah, they would be good for that too. But I'm just saying, like in an immediate situation, if somebody could really organize them to be a black gang and not red or blue or whatever this, and just bang black, that's what I'm talking about. But I
Well,
ain't trying to advocate
but why are
no.
we calling them YNs though?
I don't know where that
What do
term
you?
came
That's
from.
just the street name, like a nickname, like
Yeah,
No,
that's
like a
like
no,
the.
slang
we don't
term for
need to
them.
give any of our youth labels.
Well, it's out there
I
now.
feel that
So
though, Swimmy. I feel
I
you.
know what you're saying, but
Definitely.
it's
So
out there.
let me ask this just so this comment, they are not FBA, they're not knowledgeable of the black struggle. So, it was pretty ironic that, yeah, they weren't, I don't know if all of them were black immigrants, but maybe they were. Does that play a factor into, why they were so happy?
Nah, we ain't even gonna take it there because it's a lot of FBAs just out here. There's a lot of people that claim FBA and they claim the rainbow. So I'm just going. Don't
There's
take it in
black
offense,
immigrants
nobody.
that play on the rainbow too. But I'm just saying maybe it may okay. So when you have a group of young black males, right, doing this positive content, saying, "Oh, we're just gonna do something and be free and be happy," but it just so happened that they're from an immigrant background. I'm just wondering, does that play a factor? I
You
don't
know,
know if one of them was FBA, or all
A,
of them were of immigrant
no.
parents.
a factor in what
A factor in
specifically?
why they chose that type of content. Is it because they're not of FBA lineage or Freeman lineage, so it's a different
No,
type of struggle?
Yeah,
no.
I don't think they were thinking about that. I think they were more just looking at their skin color and looking at how society looks at them before they open their mouth or before somebody asks them what their lineage is. They probably still see themselves as black, but and like the
Right,
police don't see them as black,
right.
or when they go in a job interview, they gonna see them as black. So I wouldn't look too far into that, but these different groups or people, somebody gonna say something and point out what I pointed out earlier when I heard them talk about what kind of food they were making. I smelt the foreigner vibe on it, but hey, that don't
You smell
change
the
the
so hold,
positivity of what they trying to do for me.
you smell the foreigner vibe on the food
Yeah,
today.
when they
Pretty
started
much.
talking about what type of food they were making, I got suspicious about that, specifically
Uh,
what Dana was talking about. But like I said, if it was
They would've
good,
been if they would have been like, so learn how to cook soul food, collard greens, then you were like, yeah, they're FBA. But it was like, I'm sorry, I tried them Nims, honey. They're fire. I like the Nims better than the Thai spring rolls. They're
right.
telling you,
what about the Filipino? They
no,
call them
the Nims are better.
lumpia. You
No,
think?
the Nims are better. The Nims are better. They're better. I know, Consuelo, you have to eventually leave early to go on X, so just let me know when you have to slide out.
Okay, I still have some time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you want to say anything about Black Boy Joy? I like that hashtag Black Boy Joy. And it's actually a book that a black man created called that as well.
That's
So
what I thought. But I get what they're doing and what the image thing. But I was a little confused because then, like you just said, where is it coming from as far as the image and the struggle? How are they correlating that? But the stereotypes, I don't like the stereotypes. I don't like when we play into the stereotypes and the stigmas. So, my thing is, I do believe that there used to be in this society where our youth and our adolescents could go and they could just do them and engage and socialize. And now I'm seeing where it's like we don't have these things in our community. And so now they're attempting to create something for themselves, to fill the void that we used to have within the community. So
Yeah.
that's what I see.
Yeah. I think it's cool. All right. So moving on. Let's get to Fat Joe. We're doing really good on time because I said I don't want to go over an hour.
Oh my God. I saw that this morning when I woke up. I said, oh my goodness. If that
Another
is
one.
true, he's definitely done.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So it says here, Fat Joe is being sued by his former hype man for allegedly forcing him to partake in over 4,000 sex acts, along with claims Joe has sexual relations with minors. On June 19th, Thursday, June 19th, Terrence Dixon fired back at the terror squad leader with some scandalous claims, according to court documents obtained by XXL. The new lawsuit accuses Joe of a coercive labor exploitation, financial fraud, sexual manipulation, violent intimidation, and psychological coercion, whatever. Specifically, Dixon claims Joe forced him to participate in over 4,000 sex acts to maintain his standing within the enterprise. Dixon also accused Joe of being in multiple sexual relationships with minors in exchange for money. Joe allegedly purchased a BBL for a 15-year-old girl. Dixon claims Joe threatened Dixon and his family if he went forward with the claims. The lawsuit reads, Dixon is seeking up to $20 million. His attorney, Tyrone Blackburn, has released the following statement to XXL regarding the lawsuit. Fat Joe is Sean Combs minus the Tootsie, Tusi.
No, Tussie. I think
Tootsie.
that's what that means.
Okay. The suit comes after Joe sued Dixon in April for extortion and slandering the rapper on social media with many of the same claims that are in Dixon's lawsuit. Fat Joe's attorney, Joe Tacopina, also shared a statement with Double XL, about the recent court filing. The lawsuit filed by Tyrone Blackburn and Terrence Dixon is a blatant act of retaliation, a desperate attempt to deflect attention from the civil suit we have filed first, which exposed their coronation scheme to extort Mr. Cartagena through lies, threats, and manufactured allegations. That's some serious allegations there.
Yeah, I would like to read more into what this person's complaint was, like in detail, to kind of see, he said 4,000 acts. Like, if you're a grown man, I want to know how somebody forced you into, like, what were you exactly doing? Were you sleeping with women? Were you sleeping with men? Like what was going on? I would like to learn more about that. Not
But
that I want to know about any type of lewd and lascivious acts, but I need more clarity
well,
on
he
what
said
he's
he
saying.
was including minors. He's got with that type of charge. He has to have some kind of evidence, I
He
would
said
think.
4,000, over 4,000.
Yeah, like how do you count? How do you know? How do you know it's
Yeah,
and why would you do something that you didn't want to do 4,000 times? Like
yeah,
that, it's like
3,999 more times
so
at that.
it says for more than 16 years, plaintiff Terrence Dixon, aka TA, dedicated his talent, labor, and loyalty to defendant Joseph Antonio Cartagena, professionally known as Fat Joe. During that period, plaintiff acted not only as Cartagena's hype man, but also contribute as lyrics background, blah, 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 blah. Defendant deliberately withheld travel accommodations, misappropriated per diem payments, exploited plaintiff's financial dependency.
Okay, there, Dana, right there. Now that's the part we need to zero in on. Like, how much money did you make from Fat Joe over these 16 years? Like, can you read that part again of what he said, that he wasn't getting paid, or did he said missed payments
Yeah,
on something?
he said withheld travel accommodations, misappropriated per diem payment. So that's like if you want to, you know, they pay you per day if you want a video set or whatever, or if you traveling, exploited plaintiffs' financial dependency and professional loyalty to ensure submission, silence, and domination. So I guess he was saying, I'm not going to pay you, or I'm going to pay you very little or nothing at all if you don't do what I tell you to do. It sounds like they're trying to set up a RICO case for Fat Joe.
We're going to say though he's definitely innocent until proven guilty though. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's crazy though. Like we starting to see this pattern of just
Yeah.
you know, is it blackmailing going on, or is they really doing these things? Because people coming out years and years after these events happen. And I'm not advocating for nobody touching no kids. We gonna get that clear right now. I'm just saying, what is the pattern? Like
I
what's going
think
on? You know what I'm saying?
I think some of these things are going on.
You
Like,
think you think some of this stuff going on?
absolutely.
It could be.
The industry is the industry, and many years ago, we have learned of dark secrets of how these celebrities live, like things that go on in the industry. So there obviously is some type of manipulation or some type of a way to extort people that want fame or want to be in the limelight. I do believe some of these things go on. Not to say that every artist does it, but I would not be surprised if some of these claims were true. I just would not be surprised.
Well, this is how I look at it. What if, like, okay, because you know you could provide an environment for somebody while they're drunk and high, like off of drugs or something like that, right? You provide that environment for them, and then you get it on footage, and then you just come up to them and be like, "Yo, this is what you did last night. You was out your mind. You don't even know what you did. We got this on you, and you gonna do what we say, or we gonna release the evidence."
Yeah, I believe that happens.
That's what I believe is going on, man. I believe they providing these parties with these young kids or whatever who look grown. They getting these people, you know, people in the industry off drugs, crazy, high and
Yep,
drunk, and then
yep,
boom, they don't fell for the trap. They don't
Well,
fell for the trap.
but I'm also looking at it that they're setting this up as like what do you call it, as like a theme, like a formula of getting people convicted on RICO. You know,
Right.
the fast track to convict someone on RICO for human trafficking, you know, or whatever the case may be. And Tyler Perry, Fat Joe, and of course we see Diddy and his who else. And it's not a coincidence that they're all black. Well, he's Hispanic.
They started with Bill Cosby, moved
Yeah,
the
Bill
needle
Cosby.
then.
Bill Cosby, like,
yeah.
but we can't. All right, so I'm not
I,
going to just say like, because you know all of these people we talked about, we would never think like, oh, like they don't look like the type that'd do that. But like you said, behind closed door, we don't even know these people. So we don't
Right.
know.
It's the entire industry. It's just that I think some are being revealed because of the image thing. We want to take from and have this certain type of image for black men, right? Despite no matter what, no matter how successful you become, right? Now, the Fat Joe for a lot of us is like, okay, you getting your wake up call. We already told you.
Because he
So
said that.
then
Because
we're like, oh,
Exactly.
you're on your own.
the FBA comment.
Right. Because that's
Yes.
I'm gonna play this clip here. Let me play this clip here.
These rumors were made by radical black racists. Let's just say that. Okay, it's a group of these guys that don't want to hear Jamaican, don't want to hear Guyanese, they don't want to hear a black guy that ain't down with them.
Right.
We don't.
So their job is to criticize anybody who don't look like them or who ain't black American.
Who are these
Mm.
guys?
You want me to
That's not
say that?
true.
We're gonna give them too much clout.
I mean,
The
That's not
FBA,
true.
Foundational Black Authority, whoever the fuck these broke niggas is.
Ooh. Nah.
I'm
He
just
tripping. He
keeping it a
tripping. He
buck.
tripping right
And this
there.
shit is to attack everybody on Twitter. You see this nigga who run them? Like, your leader? Yo, man, you gotta be fucking kidding me, man. And so they trying to change the narrative. They're not from New York.
Right.
So they telling a whole nother story. These rumors were made by
Can I say something real quick? I just want to say something real quick, right? All right, so look, I want to ask Tariq this. I want to ask him, like, instead of teaching, like, why are you not teaching all the FBAs how to capitalize? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you sell something, right? Say you got a store or whatever, right? And a whole bunch of new people move into the neighborhood. You're not going to go out and advertise your store? That's all new clientele. You know what I'm saying? Like,
say that again. Like, what do you want to ask him? Because
why you not teaching everybody how to capitalize off these immigrants instead of just teaching? Because I'm gonna be real, all I hear from FBAs is, oh, they're taking our resources. They're taking our resources. We're not them. They're not us. All right, I respect that point. You know what I'm saying? But the immigrants is not going nowhere. I'm sorry to say. So why are we
yeah, I
not
don't
trying to
think so
figure out a
either.
way? Why we are not trying to figure out a way to make the immigrants make us the resource for the immigrants? Meaning, like, if you sell clothes, they need some clothes. If you is in the housing, they need somewhere to stay. If you do hair, whatever you do, you got to learn how to capitalize off these immigrants. Because when slavery ended, white people capitalized off of the new free slaves, the new addition to the economy. That's what slaves was, the new addition
Well,
to the economy.
I got an answer for
And
that.
taxes, social security, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So
I got an answer for that. You know what I think? I think it go back to what Dr. Claude Anderson was saying about how we don't own enough to be able to hire a bunch of people or put them under our tutelage or whatever you call it. Like we don't own enough. So it comes down to a point of ownership and being able to hire people and employ people basically.
I mean, but I understand that point. But anybody could sell some shirts, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not all about that all the time. We this bootstrapping all the time. No, mm-mm.
We
We
can't.
have equity here. We shouldn't have to do all of this all the time and turn around. We got to struggle to. We have equity here that we should be able to capitalize on in our country. So that's where I'm at with it, and that means that we have to be specific to us and how we move because we're a founding population of Americans here. So we
Y'all
do
are.
hold some equity here that we can utilize and leverage for ourselves, especially with this current administration.
So real quick, we have a new panel and we got about like 5-6 minutes left. Hi Z.
How do you mic up? Am I mic'd up?
Yeah, you are. Can you hear us? Oh, he went out. And it's like I may have to go back to StreamYards, but if I'm in this is portrait, I don't like the way StreamYards look. But I don't know what happened. What happened to him? He knocked himself out, but we could hear him and everything. So, but all right. So we got about like 5 minutes. Oh, there he goes. All right. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I have no clue what I'm doing.
Oh my. But we can see you and we can hear you. You're
Oh,
outside.
okay.
We got like 5 minutes left. Did you want to comment on anything?
I'm just really waiting on one name in that Diddy trial. Y'all was talking about the Diddy trial earlier, and that's Rachel Chandler.
Who's
If
that?
that name pops up, that ties Diddy to Epstein.
Oh, that is that the minor?
Well, she was a minor at first, but she was brought in and she became like a groomer or like a greeter. She brought girls to the pedos. She was like Maxwell. She was a big name, but she's dead now. And then there's another name I'm looking for, but I don't think he'll be in the Diddy trial. Is Seth Rich, but that's more dealing with Hillary than dealing with Diddy.
Are you in the country?
Am I in? Yes, I'm in the country. I'm in
Yeah,
Texas.
honey. Yeah, because it sounds like it's some rattlesnakes or something. I know that country sound. The outside in the summertime country sound.
I'm on the outskirts of Dallas. So yeah, you hear that? You hear that? I forgot what they call them things, but yeah,
Yeah,
Cicadas.
cricket,
cicadas.
lightning
That's
bugs.
it. That's it.
Hmm.
They
Listen,
come out. They getting ready to come out in August, so they start this noise at night.
I wanted to before we get up out of here. This person commented earlier when we was talking about Israel and Iran. For one, they never said that they found nuclear weapons. They said that they had found proof that they have been enriching uranium, meaning that they were in the process already to be able to create. All right, so they didn't have, but that's the whole point. They don't have it. That is why you have meetings and deals. And Trump was supposed to meet with Iran like a day or 2 days before Netanyahu did what he did. So if they don't have it, but they have the material to make it, that's why you sit down and you create a deal, peace deals or whatever agreement to avoid war.
But they have been saying that they had enrichment materials for years. Like I can remember 10, 15, 20 years ago, that was the argument then that they had those materials. Like that's been the argument for 2 decades that I can remember. Um, and I haven't seen them do anything to anybody yet, but make threats, empty
I
threats
seen
at
You
I
that.
seen it. I seen a clip where Trump actually said they got the bomb. They have it.
I
well,
mean, if they did have it, they not gonna tell you.
you
They're
all
not
know
gonna. No,
that
they're not gonna tell you.
Netanyahu, they're trying to oust him in Israel. You all know that, right?
Before he started genociding on Gaza. I think it was some months before that he was about to be up out of there, and that's what these dirty lying politicians do. When you
Start
start,
a war
yeah, you
so they can
start
stay
a war.
in office.
Yes,
Hmm.
yes, chaos to deflect from their problems and issues onto something else. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not buying none of this.
Right.
Listen, if we could always talk to Russia, because Russia is our biggest threat, they could probably take us out. But if we could always talk to them, bring and go to the table and talk to them, why can't you talk to Iran? So you know,
But you know what, Dana, what you just said about Russia, like I'm to me, I ain't gonna say I'm confused by that because it seemed like all the countries we supposed to be at, well, not at war with, but at beef about being a superpower. How is it that they go out of space with us? They're on those space missions. Russia, China, they always have a person with us. If we're so at, or there are stark enemies, why are we so deeply entrenched in business and space exploration and everything with them in partnership? Like I'm trying to understand. I mean, I'm not an expert on geopolitics or anything like that. Like I'm learning more. I try to listen to both sides, but at the end of the day, it's the war machine. That's what it's about. Like at the end of the day, and that's kind of above my pay grade. I
yeah,
I don't know.
we could all have an opinion. But listen, I just want to say thank you guys for coming on, and I definitely want to have you guys come back. I think this was fun. You
This is
know,
nice.
so I'm gonna start with Consuelo. Give your final remarks.
Yeah, so it's a lot, like you were just saying, it's a lot of chaos and distractions going on with what's happening, right? I'm just gonna follow along and go with some of what Trump is putting out there. As far as Iran, I know he stated he was running on making sure that we don't go to war, and he keeps stating he doesn't want to go to war. Netanyahu is already considered a war crime, a war criminal anyway. So this might be some things happening that the universe just naturally takes him out of the way because his people already don't like what he's doing. So that might come to haunt them. And then as far as like the Diddy trial and all these other things that are happening for the majority of these successful black men, because they even got Smokey Robinson caught up in this now. So it's like there is to me a concerted effort and pattern to present an image of the black men and rape and human trafficking and RICO and drugs, but you got real cartels out here on the soil, and really human trafficking. So again, it's like putting us out there in that image again, to propaganda for us to hold that while everybody else is doing all of this crazy stuff, right? Real crimes and things of that nature. So yeah, that's about all I have. I really appreciate it, Dana. I would love to come back. This is a nice panel as well. So I'm glad we got Z in on the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you, Sway Me. You're a regular. Yeah, so Z, honey, you're in the dark, but thank you for coming on, and I would definitely love to invite you to come back. So, any closing remarks?
I appreciate you. And yes, yeah, it's getting darker and darker out
I
here.
think you need to go out for a rattlesnake. Do come up there.
I'm sitting on the porch. I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? I'm chilling. But anyway, I did want to comment on we got to look at this as chess moves being made and chess moves being played, because if you take a step back and you go back to the No King situation, the No King situation was supposed to be in riots all over America, all over. But with him calling the National Guard, with him calling the Marines in to just LA, stopped it and made it a peaceful protest. So I think he's up to something strategically to get us to get the world to see Netanyahu and get the world to see Iran at the same time and expose them both. Just rip the shield off of everything, expose them both. And then with Iran, you have to go back and take a look, Dana, especially take a look at this, the $1.7 billion that Obama gave Iran back with his presidency. Why?
You know that? Yeah, that's a good point. Why?
That was cash money sent on a plane. $1.7 billion. Why did you do that?
But I got to update it. I'm sorry to interject. There was, with the Biden administration, you all, they gave them $16 billion and removed the sanctions.
Yeah, why? So, Mike, thank you, King Michael. Appreciate you coming on. Closing remarks.
I just want to say, stand tall, y'all. Stand tall, stay you, stay true to you, and just keep on being great out there. Just
Mike
keep
be having
being
so much shit to say on X Space. Now you on YouTube and it's showtime and the camera's on, and it's like, oh, positive, stay safe.
I mean, I'm always positive though,
Anytime
Dana.
he be kicking FBA backs in, Freeman backs in, but all right.
But all right, hold up. Keep it real though. I'm always respectful to the older women.
No, you're respectful. What I'm saying is, you're the adversary. But I mean, I'm gonna have you come back on here. See, this is something light and fun, but it's gonna be a topic. So we're gonna have this panel, and we're gonna hear the real you. So
definitely, we could do it. We could definitely do it.
All right, thank you, Mike, for coming on. And Andy, honey, yes, honey, we don't have cussed each other out. X.
Well, it was all in the spirit, but I'm a respectful dude, so I had to tone it down and go back to just intellect and what we were talking about and building, because all we really got is us out here, regardless of whether people agree with each other or not. We nobody's ever gonna agree on everything, but it's just good to listen to other perspectives because you never know what you might learn or where you were another angle to look at something. And just to speak on some of the topics. Like I said, I'm not a big geopolitics person, but I am proud that America is the greatest nation on earth, and we do have the best military. I would like to think capabilities and to keep us safe. And our president got 36 felonies, and I wouldn't be too much fucking with nobody like that. You know what I mean? Like trying to piss them off because, people that got 36 felonies really don't give a damn. They'll do something. So I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? Like let him handle it. He the president. If he say he gonna handle it, I'm gonna sit back and let him handle it and go to my job and do whatever I'm doing on my end and mind my business. Cause that's just what I'm gonna do. And as far as the other stuff, the Diddy trial, I hope he make it out of it. But looks like the things that they're trying to put on him, I believe they're gonna give him some kind of time, or because it just seems like they won't to give him time. Like they'll give Bill Cosby time, they definitely gonna give him some time. I hope not. I'm gonna pray that they don't, but seems like a lot of people may have been hurt by him or done wrong by him. Everybody ain't lying. I'm gonna just say that, and I really don't want to say too much about that because I ain't gonna say that's a personal matter, but we'll see I'll talk about it in the aftermath. I just like to see what everybody has to say and be objective because I won't dare, but I do know how the industry is, so
Okay.
sometimes people get in these positions and they have a lot of money and they get to live another lifestyle and they get a certain kind of privilege to do certain things that us regular people may not do. So I can't really speak on that because I've never been in that position. So other than that, I appreciate y'all. Dana, you bring me on the panel, and shout out to everybody that was here contributing. Just keep doing your thing, keep being great. No matter what people say, stay positive, take care of your community, make sure the youth in your community have somewhere to go. Um, uh, Beyond the library, and respect people and get your money up. That's all I can say. And
Get your
thank you
money
again.
up,
That's
not
it.
your funny up. Damn right.
Thank you guys. Thank you everybody listening on X and on YouTube. Definitely would love to have y'all come back next week because that's the Diddy case should be wrapped by then. So that's going to be, interesting. And I think that'll be interesting to talk about on the panel. So I appreciate everybody coming out and everybody listening. Please like, share, subscribe. And thank you, Bella, for finding the channel. I appreciate that. And everybody have a good weekend. Stay
All
safe.
right.
And I see you guys on Monday, but I see you guys on X Sunday. Yes. And I'm about to go to X now.
Danny, that's the finals on that night, right? Game 7 now. Come on now.
Yeah, but and my left eye keep jumping. It's like whoever talking shit about me, call me up and don't talk about behind my back, honey, because my left eye it was jumping yesterday and I had to cuss somebody out, and I'm not in that mood. I know we in Mercury right now or something. I just don't want that energy, but my left eye jumping.
Then who you think gonna win though?
Huh?
Who you think gonna win? It's game 7, OKC Pacers.
I want OKC because I'm
I
tired.
got the Pacers. I got the Pacers.
I got the Pacers too, yo. Halliburton sneaky good, man. He too sneaky, man.
I got the Pacers, but
I should have put that chat. But anyway, we'll talk about it on Sunday if y'all, because I'm gonna still do the space on Sunday. So
right.
And I'm about to go to Sway Me's X Space because they're gonna be talking about Powernomics. So I think that's good.
Tell her I said unblock me so I could join it.
Oh, she blocked you.
Yeah.
All right, I'll tell her no. I'll let her
All
know. Thank you guys. Thank you, Z. Thank you, Indy. Thank you, Michael.
all right.
All right.
Good night. Good night. Good night, everybody. Bye.